Chapter 1 of The Motor Girls on a Tour. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. This reading by Lucy Burgoyne. The Motor Girls on a Tour by Margaret Penrose. Chapter 1. A Spoiled Dinner. The big maroon car glided along in such perfect rhythm that Cora Kimball, the fair driver of the Whirlwind, heard scarcely a sound of its mechanical workings. To her the car went noiselessly. The perfection of its motion was akin to the very music of silence. Hazel Hastings was simply sumptuous in the tonneau. She had spread every available frill and flounce, but there was still plenty of unoccupied space on the luxuriously cushioned throne. It seemed a pity to passers-by that two girls should ride alone on that splendid morning in the handsome machine. So many of those afoot would have been glad of a chance to occupy the empty seats. Directly following the Whirlwind came another car, the little silver flyaway. In this also were two girls, the Robinson twins, Elizabeth and Isabel, otherwise Belle and Bess. Chelton folks were becoming accustomed to the sight of these girls in their cars, and a run of the motor girls was now looked upon as a daily occurrence. Bess Robinson guided her car with unmistakable skill. Cora Kimball was considered an expert driver. Sputtering and chugging close to the flyaway came a second runabout. In this were a girl and a boy, or, more properly speaking, a young lady and a young gentleman. As they neared the motor girls, Bess called back to Belle. "There come Sid and Ida. I thought they were not on speaking terms." "They were not, but they are now," answered Belle with a light laugh. "Why should a girl turn her back on a young man with a brand new machine?" "It runs like a locomotive," murmured Bess, as, at that moment, the other car shot by, the occupants bowing indifferently to the Robinson girls as the machines came abreast. Cora turned and shook her head significantly when the third car had forged ahead. She, too, seemed surprised that Ida Giles should be riding with Sid Wilcox. Then Bess rolled up alongside the Whirlwind. "My, but they are going," she called to Cora. "I thought Ida said she would never ride with Sid again." "Why not?" flashed Cora merrily. "Isn't Sid's car new and yellow?" "Like a dandelion," put in Belle, who was noted for her aesthetic tendencies. "And precisely like a dandelion. I fancy that machine would collapse without rhyme or reason. Did you ever try a bunch of dandelions on the table?" The girls all laughed. Not one but Belle Robinson would ever try such an experiment. Everybody knew the ingratitude of the yellow field flower. "I can never bear anything of that colour since my Valentine luncheon," declared Belle bravely. "That's why I predict disaster for Sid's new car." "They have dropped something!" exclaimed Hazel as she peered ahead at the disappearing runabout. Bess had taken the lead. "Let's put on speed," she suggested, and, pulling the lever, her car shot ahead, and was soon within close range of the yellow runabout. "Be careful," called her sister. "You will run over." It was too late. At that moment the flyaway dashed over something. The pieces flew in all directions. "Their lunch hamper!" exclaimed Belle. The runabout had turned to one side, and then stopped. Bess jammed on the brakes and also came to a standstill. "Well," growled Sid Wilcox, approaching the wreck in the road. "I couldn't stop," faltered Bess remorsefully.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?